Happy New Year, 2021, and you are here for CathyDslaght SRC4U software Zoom call. Again, January 1st, 2021. Let's enter by, you will click here. Oh, and remember the passcode right here. And we're going to allow. And we'll type in the passcode. And we'll join. And we're waiting for Cathy to open the room. And she'll be with us momentarily. She has opened the room and we will join without video.
Be time to activate some of that power that has been latent, and that's kind of what we're going to start the new year with. Templates for the information we're going to pull in. So I had just started, I'd done the scan, but let's just see what it is we're looking at today. Well, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Multi-millionaire winning lottery ticket. Talk about consciousness. So let's put it in there. What the heck? Load the image.
I'll take some money.
I'm telling you, I'm going to buy me a lottery ticket today. So let's just now go ahead and optimize. And my focus for this week, starting tomorrow, is I'll get that manual with one final read through and get the whole thing up. I keep changing it, and that's just got to stop. But one of the things that you'll have this manual in a Word document, I guess. I don't know how that works exactly, but you're going to be adding your own things. This is not at all. This is evolving, and I want to show you something that you might want to get in the habit of doing. Look, oh my goodness, we like that lottery ticket idea. Look at that, 988 residents. But you know, we went in here.
I got a funny thought. I'm like,
what's that?
I got a funny thought. I'm like,
yes.
Everyone standing on the podium, or everyone that's on this call for the lottery ticket.
I'm telling you, wouldn't that would be amazing. I'll tell you what, I think, let's see what happens. It would be fun.
It looks like the Florida scratch off, which I can't get from here.
I'll grab you one today. How's that?
Sounds good.
Okay, now let's go in. That's what I got myself carried away with these lists, which I like to do. It's almost become like a hobby. But I want to show you the most where did it go? Oh, there it is. Stop Super COVID with a code. Now, I feel, and you have your own opinion too, that there are certain ones encouraging the spread of this COVID because there are some control factors there, and of course there's some ability to make money, put a few of the little guys out of business. That's my opinion based on what I've personally seen. So anyway, I want to show you some thoughts. So I've gotten into the habit for myself every morning, and you can keep it real simple. Just go ahead and put that in your options box. Add your results. Put them in there. And just scan, and anything under 1,000, except for one thing, even if it's not under 1,000, I'll show you. Look, we're looking good today. Look at that. Our energy is very strong. Very good omen for the new year. Now here, okay, clear foreign energetic constructs. We don't really know what that is. I've got to find out. If any of you know what that is, please tell me. I got that expression out of a YouTube on the the solstice, and that was one of the things the energy of that was supposed to do. But look at here. To me, this is really exciting. Cranial nerve 13 is in reference to our pineal, and that's what governs a lot of our rise in consciousness. And let's just keep it simple and go in here. If you have the Pro Tools, I think a lot of you on this call do, and put yourself in. I'm putting the group in. We're going to recharge cranial nerve. Got it in there? Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I have a color image yet in here for that or not. I do. All right, good. Put that in. Now, we may not take long for this one. See, we're not, we've done this a few other times when we scanned, and the time is growing. But to me, that's a real wonderful thing to be doing. Defeat idolatry and sins of past generations. And what you can do when you see some of these things, we'll come back to it in a minute. If you're not working with the Pro Tools, that's fine. There's another way to go about this, which you probably know, but if not, we're going to do it. And you'll be changing this any way you want. Now, this multi-dimension interference, that's another one that I see so often, especially with people that have a physical body health challenge. Vaporized bad information, I added that because we're learning so much of what we've taught is actually almost the opposite of what may be true. And where's stop super COVID? So go ahead and now go to your dowser and put that, some of the ones in 2 more times. They say there's a magic to 3. Put that in. You have to add it, get it out of there in order to add another one. And I would be doing this stop super COVID with myself, anyone I'm working on that gives permission, and then I hope you're doing your city. My city is still running. And so, again, I would go in here and just do the same thing with St. Pete. We've got it in there once already. And this kind of work just takes a second. You know, that's how the SRC was designed. You don't have to do all that deep work. There will be times for it, but a lot of people are already overwhelmed with things they have to do. You see that this is a good thing for this city to get this. Let's just go, and there it goes. Now let's see. This one, for some reason, did you guys go out last night? Did anybody do anything exciting?
No.
Yeah, I went out till 10:30, party animal that I am, so. But a lot of people, I get the coffee up my chin, a lot of people are looking forward to this year for a fresh start.
Well, we tried to watch TV, but we both fell asleep and then woke up about 11:45 our time.
Oh, that's good.
So we did get to see New Orleans shut her down in the Central.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was up for it at least, so. anyway, you understand this, and I do want to do this one more. And I may take that equipped to fight and win out. We really shouldn't fight anything. It struck me at the time. And here was one. And as I think this group knows, don't underestimate this kind of work. It may take some time, but especially if you're working with it and have the awareness of what's happening, it's quite powerful. Just remember, you have to always have permission. There may be someone you think really needs this, but it's not our call. I think we have one more in here. There we go, that one. Okay, so now while that is ramping up, we have a statement, and this can also be a cocktail, but this is the farewell to arms prayer out of the 72 names of God, and I was looking at it and I thought, wow, this is a great statement for the new year. I am throwing away my doubts, pessimism, and limiting nature. I choose to see beyond the illusions. I am listening to my soul and dropping my ego, making way for real fulfillment. I possess the powers of mind over matter, and I will use them by letting go of the limited thinking of the rational mind. By putting the spiritual above the physical, everything is possible. And I'll send this to Joanna for the anyone that wants it, but it also is the farewell to arms prayer in the 72 names of God. And I also have it in the supercharger for us. Let's just see if we want it today. I could set this up to scan, I just haven't done it. Okay, we'll take 24 hours. There we go. This is it, the farewell to arms. Okay, we just want that good old wonder click. Let's not forget the, get in here. The Gong. And you could also have put those statements that we doused in the beginning in the Shin as well. There's so many different ways, and everybody will have their own way. And also, by all means, don't forget the charger. And I have one down here, if I can get to the bottom. I mean, we all are sharing all these, so it adds up. Let's just do the you can have it all. And give it 5 minutes. Get the Gong set. And usually what's really powerful is to be picturing what it is that you want, and hopefully some of you are working on really identifying your core values. Otherwise, our manifestation just leads us to a dead end. But you see, our theme is children's issues. A little stress related to an infection. Let's take a look at that. Probably should have waited to start some of our Shannon QiGong, but just let's get the information, because the Wonder Click is already working on it. My goodness. All right, so let's just go in here. Remember, this is coming from the subtle body, so it's highly proactive. Come back to that. This would be a good day with this information, whatever it is you do for your immunity, to be doing that. 10-minute a day thymus tap is powerful if we can just remember to do it, maybe while watching a YouTube. Maybe while you start watching these Zoom calls, just a 10-minute thymus tap, stress factor hormones. I don't know what our words to ponder do, Roman. Paramedics refer to IVs as fours. Happy base, that's feelings of abandoned. This autistic fantasy, apparently this kind of software, autism is self-contained knowledge. It's what you know that you don't know you know. All right? Learning ability. And our resistance at this point is conscious. So, you see. All right, so. A little spine of our chakras, the sacral, which is where we do a lot of our manifestation. Look, my goodness, at the heart chakra is completely, so we need to be aware of that. I'll do a little more work on that today, and you can do some work yourself. Oh, look at that. A little low physically, too, so we'll come back. We've got that information. Now, is it possible to remove an infection from the timeline? I don't know, but we're going to try.
Sounds like a good idea.
Can't hurt, and then we could do the same with COVID. Now, you see that low number? But remember, we may have some resistance to this kind of thing. Even myself, it's like, does this really do it? But let's just let it go and come back. And I usually do this over and over throughout the day. But now this yes therapy is powerful. And you can do this both ways. That I would say when it comes up, or when it comes to your mind, whether it's through the software or anything, we're just going to clear infection and do it. One of the best ways I've seen is while you're driving, because you're already in a little state of hypnosis anyway. And, for example, in reference to this, let's say COVID, you could say something like, they're talking about a super COVID. Yes. Can you help me clear this threat to our health? Yes. Will you help me clear us this threat to our health? Yes, please. Help clear this threat to our health. Yes, thank you. And do it repeatedly, even while you're driving. Again, it's one of those, it cannot possibly hurt. And I'll tell you, I've seen this yes therapy work many of times, and especially if we work together as a collective. And even just if a few work together, it doesn't take the masses. It takes the few that do not have herd consciousness. So, soul imaging.
How about learning the numbers, and instead of using that word COVID, just keep repeating those numbers?
Anything, absolutely, anything. And we don't want to focus on it, but it's just, we want to be aware. We just want to be aware so we don't fall into any mistakes. Now this soul imaging is another one. Usually you can just keep going all day. You'll come back. Let's see where we ended up with our aura scan, how well we did.
And I was thinking, if we keep harping on it, just go cancel, 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 clear, and say we are healing whatever it is.
Yes, there is so much we can do. And what's happened, we're not too bad. We're at about a 97. I'm in rebalance. That's exactly right. We don't want to keep it in our mind, because that will create it. But at the same time, the example that works best for me is, I sure don't want to walk in front of a car because I don't see it. So you want to see it, you want to do the appropriate things, you want to do your own research. That's the other thing I was reading the other day. Anytime anybody says, here's all the information you need, back off. Because nobody knows all the answers, and we need to do our own research. And it's there for us. It's right there. We can do it. And especially with the SRC, even though it's very subtle energy, let me get in here. You can go in and just go to your dowser and test the truth. Test the truth in a statement or a YouTube or an article. And at that moment in time, maybe it'll be different for someone else, but that's the truth to you. And so I think we have a powerful new year ahead. You see, we didn't have to do all the scans for all the personal and general options. We didn't have to do anything but just this little bit and go forward. Anything to add or any other thoughts? Let's see how we're doing with our soul imaging. Are we ready? Got an auto search. Come back in a minute. At least we can see our first emotion. But this will come up with many. Let's see how we did with still going. That heart chakra coming up a little bit. But yeah, our energy, it may just be because it's a new year and there's a little bit of calibration going on. I don't know why our aura would be so stressed. There we are, our first emotion, snug, so whatever that means. So with that, Happy New Year, you guys.
Thank you for joining us on the New Year's Day SRC4U software Zoom call. We look forward to seeing you again soon. To then, be well, take care.